I am mildly frustrated because I was trying something new and it didn't work. I didn't realize that I needed another piece. Um, a couple years ago, I used to like connect my Zooms to my camera when I was like bored in the pandemic, and it used to like give me a better camera quality. Um, but you can't do it that easily from a Mac. I think that has to be the issue. I wasn't doing it from my Mac, I was doing it from my old Windows computer. If that's not the issue, I don't really know what the issue is. So that didn't work because I'm tired of my live streams being like when I watch the replays back to me, they're fuzzy and I wouldn't watch them in my opinion. Um so I wanted it to be connected to my camera, but it wasn't. So I had to restart my live and not use the one that I had originally planned. So um, hopefully the people that were waiting for that live just kind of matriculate into this one. If not, we'll be wrapping this up really quickly. I'm not gonna like try to fake the energy because I am actually very annoyed and very irritated right now. But I need to change my bag because it's summertime and I'm sweating more, and this is kind of like all peeled up. I did have like an order of events for this, and it completely kind of went out of my brain. So we're just gonna go as whatever goes along. I did get my hair done. I don't feel like taking my bonnet off. But there's videos up on my Instagram and on my TikTok of my hair if you guys want to see it. It's like curled and two strand. It's kind of pretty. Um, my ostomy supply bag. We're just gonna like prep my supplies while I talk about things. Other than being frustrated, I don't know. I'm just like in a weird like funk right now. If I'm being completely honest, I probably cried every day since like Wednesday of last week. It's kind of exhausting because I get after like going through stuff with my health, I get to a point where I am like I literally get upset when I cry. I hate the fact that I've got to the point where I need to cry. I don't know if anybody else relates to that. So that has not been fun. I have just been like really, I don't know, I think like overwhelmed by nothing. Overwhelmed by the possibility of things. But the school year, I think I've already talked about this. The school year finished. I ended up, I looked at my GPA. My GPA for this semester was like a 3.7. I got all A's and one B plus, and the B plus, that's what I deserve. I'm not gonna even like. I could have got A. I deserved a B plus. I definitely have, but everything in the class. So I'm proud that she even saw potential to give me that, you know? We are prepping my ostomy bag while I'm just recapping the week. Wait, no, it's been like, has it been almost 2 weeks since my last live? But hi guys, thank you guys for spending the day, well, afternoon, night with me. So that was fun, and I brought my GPA up. So I was very happy with that. It took me weeks to actually even like check the grades because it even gave me a lot of anxiety even thinking about it. Let me turn on my light. There we go. A little bit brighter in here. Um, we're clipping this. I have to cut this bag, so let's do that. Because I've talked about this before, but I have one recent order that my supply team, well, my supply company, because basically Coloplast makes the bags, but then they're sent to a supply company, and then you order the bags from your doctor's office usually orders the bags from the supply company. My supply company got my pre-cut barriers wrong. They sent me barriers that weren't pre-cut, so I'm just using them and cutting them. It really doesn't make that much of a difference. Just when I'm traveling, a lot of times I'll just go ahead and I'll pre-cut my barriers before I like get on the plane or something, so I don't have to have my medical scissors. Hi. As you guys come in, make sure you're liking the live. Like the live, share the live. We haven't set a new goal yet, but to give you guys some perspective, I got to like 4K in like less than 2 weeks. So we have to set a new goal. But once we hit the new goal, whatever we set, I'll let you guys name my stoma. And my stoma, you'll see, is under here. The bag holds my poo. So that was my week. Other than that, I've been working. I started my internship today, so that's exhausting. Um, I finally got things back on board with my media club, which is great. Um, I sent out my monthly newsletter, and then we did revoting on books. Um, and I don't know, like something really happened, like that was really fun in like the book world for me today too. And I'm very happy that I'm seeing some reward from just talking about books and things. Um, so that's exciting. I'll probably talk about that more after I get just the stuff situated with that, because that's really exciting. What else? How's you guys' week going? How are you guys doing? This is a trash bag. It comes with all of these little pouches right here. And I just put these in my sink so that I can just throw all of the trash into the bag as I'm cleaning up. But yeah, I'm also, I don't know if you guys saw the name for the live. I have a live giveaway going on right now. Some cool stuff you will be able to win. The link to the giveaway post is in the description of this too, so you can go back and watch it after the live is over. But basically, you'll be able to win like some fancy skincare products, sports game tickets, hotel stays, and then buoy hydration drops. If any of you're a medic, that's cool. Um, what does it say? Fancy hotel and buoy hydration drops, and they're like these flavorless hydration drops and like electrolyte drops you can put into drinks. And if people that have ostomies, they have a harder time staying hydrated because your colon is what dehydrates. You pull a lot of your hydration from your colon, and I no longer have my colon, so I can get dehydrated really easily. So buoy drops are really, really cool. And they helped sponsor the event that I'm doing a giveaway for. So giving away a lot of cool stuff. All the details about the giveaway is on that post. Yes, listen to my mod, guys. I sometimes I get caught up in talking and I don't remind you guys to like the live, but generally this is kind of how I like for things to go. So if you see new people come in and you see that they're not liking, feel free to like leave it in the comments. But I like for my viewership and my likes to stay around the same ratio. It just lets me know that you're being engaged with me. I get up here, I talk for hours and I answer questions and I have a really good time, but it's very draining and I could be doing other things. Let's be honest. You could be doing other things. So the more you like, the more I talk, and we keep the vibes good. So if you're in here, it's 16 of you guys. Make sure you double tap. And if you've already double tapped, subscribe to my YouTube. And if you already subscribed, go ahead and share the live. The last thing, I put this away and I need to get a ring. The ring just helps, the ring helps seal my bag right here. I'll kind of show you guys. It kind of works. The best way I describe it is like a plumbing system. By sealing it, it's kind of plugging any areas around the hole that could possibly leak out and have poop like get on your skin or cause a bag to leak. So I take this and I stretch it to be a little bit smaller than this hole right here. And while we're at it, we can just go ahead and peel the stickiness off of here too. And just lay it face down, face up, face down. I don't really know. And then you just stretch it. Don't really worry. It's not going to really get unsticky with the material unless you wet it. That's the only way I've kind of noticed that it really doesn't stick the way it's supposed to. But you touching it with your hand oils is not really going to change anything. If you make it a little bit smaller, Lately, I have been stretching these too big. And I think it's because I'm talking too much. You can just curve it around the insides of the hole. And it kind of plugs it when you put your stoma inside the bag. It's 17 of you guys, but I only have 4 likes. Like. We're going to get into the bag change in a couple of minutes. So I do want to give you guys some disclaimers. If you're hearing the disclaimers and you're still sticking around, make sure you like it so I know that you guys have heard me. But if you don't want to see insides on the outside, intestines, poop, if you don't like to see anything that you may consider like body insides on the outside, basically. That's what a stoma is. It's a little piece of my small intestine pulled through my abdominal wall. And there could be a little bit of red bodily fluid. I try not to say that word on here, but a little bit of it. I am not in pain. It's just that your intestines have a lot of vessels in them and they're really fragile. So by wiping and pulling off the bag and doing things like that, you are disrupting those vessels and they do leak red bodily fluid sometimes. Let me close this door. But I am not in pain. People are going to ask. Feel free to answer that question. I am not in pain. My stoma actually doesn't have any nerve endings, so I don't feel anything on it, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's all the disclaimers. As we get into taking off the bag and things like that, some questions that I get asked a lot, I probably won't answer them if I feel like I've answered them a whole lot. A lot of the frequently asked questions I get are also linked in the description of this live. And you can just scroll down, stick around, but you can scroll down in the description and kind of see the answers to those. I prioritize answering questions that are super chatted to me. If you guys also saw, well, we can get into that as I take off the bag, but I prioritize answering questions that are super chatted to me. Otherwise, I kind of just answer what I want. And that's how we just keep things mutually beneficial. So if you heard all of that and you understand, go ahead and double tap the screen so I see the likes and I know you guys are on the same page as me. How about that? Can we do that? I'm going to continue prepping this bag, and then after I'm done with that, we'll take off this ostomy. So I see 5. I'll tell you what, the more likes I get, that will determine actually like how long I even stay on. Because if you guys really aren't vibing and you're not engaging, then I guess I should probably just head off. I'm just going to watch YouTube with my mom and eat. So a lot of times I don't really eat before lives too because I'm on here so long, and that'll probably be when my food starts to digest. And that can get kind of messy. My last live was really messy because I'm still in the process of trying to thicken my stool. And I don't know what's going on right now. I have to get some labs next week. So this is just a lubricating deodorant. It's a liquid deodorant for the bag. It helps all the poop slide down to the bottom of the bag. But it also keeps the bag smelling decent. This lasts usually around 48 hours. If I want to keep refilling it, then it'll last longer. I typically don't do that unless I'm just not at home. It's 30 of you guys in here. Make sure that you're coming in, liking the live so we can send ostomy education out everywhere because ostomies save lives. The bag is prepped. This stuff right here smells like baby products, like baby lotion, if anybody wanted to know how it smelled. But yeah, I'm just going to talk through the process. Again, feel free to ask questions, but I will only 100% answer questions that I am super chatted. I always feel like YouTube lives get so awkward because I like playing music as I do things, and you can't do that here. Oh, something happened with my hand. Okay, we're about to start. This is an adhesive remover spray. It loosens the adhesive on the stickiness. It loosens the adhesive or the stickiness on the bag, and it just helps the bag slide off. Again, I just want to double check that everyone got my warnings So when I take this off, there will be no shock. My insides will be on the outside. If you understand this and you still want to see, double tap the screen. Let me see some of the double taps come through, and then I'll continue. Put this in the trash. 7, okay. A lot of this is already peeling off too. Okay, 9, 10. Okay, let's get to 20. Can we get to 20? Get to 20 and I'll keep going. I just want to make sure that you guys are engaged and that this stays mutually beneficial. Because to be honest, I don't really gain a lot from going live, if I'm being completely honest. Like, sure, sometimes the engagement and everything will push my account out, but I can't survive off engagement. So let's get it. Can we get it to 20? 12. Okay. That's cool. Talking through a little bit of the products that I'll be using throughout this process. This is a wound cleanser spray. It doesn't sting. It's really good. This is like my second favorite brand to use. And I use this soft gauze for taking off my bag. I don't like the scratchy gauze. I have some of that if anybody wants to see it. I just feel like it aggravates my stoma a little bit more, and I don't like the feeling of it on my skin. So I don't use that. And then I put it in the trash by accident, y'all. It's an adhesive remover wipe, which basically just does the same thing as a spray, but just in a wipe format. Kind of go back and get everything off. But we're going to take off my bag now because I don't have all night. This was leaking a bit. I was actually supposed to change this a lot sooner than I did. I just did not feel like it. I'll show you guys the dirty bag in a minute. I just want to tuck this into my pants so that nothing gets on me. All right. Here's how it looks. See, it was leaking. So if I would have kept this on probably like a day or two longer, then I would have had some spillage. But I saw that it was peeling from the top already, and I was getting like lint stuck in it at the top, and it's not going to re-stick with all of that. So it needed to come off. But yeah, I've had worse looking bags. This is not like the worst looking thing. So we're going to put this in this trash bag that I told you I keep in the sink. And now we're going to start cleaning it. Feel free to ask any questions. I hope your daughter is doing well, Dawn. I have an infusion vlog that'll probably be dropping tonight after I get off here because it's already like edited. I just literally just have to post it. I have Crohn's disease and I no longer have a colon. So there's something else you could have, but most people have an ostomy bag. I don't have a colon or a rectum. This poop is really sticky today. Yeah, of course. Oh wow. I was diagnosed at 17, but I was definitely having symptoms at 16. I'm a lot more gentle with my stoma than you have to be. I got my first ostomy surgery in January of 2022. Funny enough, I am coming up on the last surgery I had, which is called a Barbie butt surgery, which is they're essentially they sew up your butthole, and it's like considered like the permanent ostomy surgery because there is no reverting at that point ever. No, it doesn't hurt when I clean it because I don't have any nerve endings on the actual intestines. But I got that surgery May 29th of last year. And since that surgery, this has been my longest time out of the hospital in 5 years. So I'm a year free of like not going to the hospital, and it's only been because of this surgery. So that's really cool. Hi, all of you guys that are sending waves. Make sure you guys are liking the live. I don't mind answering questions, but as you come in, like the live so that we can like send ostomy education out into the world. I frequently get asked like, do I regret or what's the worst part of having an ostomy? And it's definitely just outside perception and stuff because everything about my ostomy has literally made my quality of life so much better. I was miserable before my surgery. So all of this wiping, people that are asking, I literally do not feel it at all. But to celebrate my Barbie butt anniversary, I'm doing a couple of like videos on just the process. The best thing about it is that I'm not in pain anymore. With Crohn's disease, I had ulcers all throughout my colon. My intestines were nearly entirely inflamed. I was going to the bathroom upwards of 10 times a day. I wasn't able to eat things. I dropped like literally to like I was my lowest weight was like 90 like it was around I don't think it was no more than like 95. Like I dropped really small. I was really small. As time goes on, I forget like the specifics of like the numbers and stuff, but I don't have to do any of that anymore. I don't even have to go to the bathroom anymore. No, I don't poop out of my butt. Yeah, my I was at the hospital more than some for some years I was at the hospital consistently, kind of more than I was like consistently able to walk around my house. If I was at my house, I was like in the bed. 98. That was the weight, guys. Yeah, and I hear that story a lot, Don. A lot of people taking way too long for them to get diagnosed. Honestly, I think I would have been diagnosed faster if I wasn't in the pandemic, but I was diagnosed pretty fast. That's one of the things that I'm very thankful for. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. And honestly, it wasn't my early, well, maybe it was kind of like my early adult too. It was like my late teens and early adult. So from the ages of like 17 to 21 was pretty much either in the hospital getting surgeries or being stuck in the bed. What's So yeah, I kind of explained the best things. So do you feel pain in your stoma? No, not in my actual stoma. I can still feel pain in my like abdomen, but not on this. No. So if you guys have any questions, I got sidetracked answering questions. But if you guys have any questions about my Barbie butt process specifically, please go and comment them on. I posted like in the community tab. If you guys go and like sing your questions there, like after the live, just post your questions there. More than likely, it will get answered in a video. Um, Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, this is the longest year. I mean, the longest period I've spent outside of the hospital. with my treatment, I'm still on medication, and getting the surgery, it drastically changed my life because there was a lot of scary moments in all of this. So it feels it kind of snuck up on me, honestly. I don't think I realized it fully until like 2 weeks ago. I was like, wait, it's really coming up. I know it was coming up around the time that I got my surgery because I know I got it at the end of May. So yeah, that's unfortunately the experience of a lot of people. Candle relaxation. I am very grateful for my team. I love my team so much. A lot of people don't get to keep their belly buttons. I kept my belly button. I've This is actually like my third stoma. And you see, I only have one stoma scar because my surgeon put it in the exact same place. Um, sure, I have this scar because my first two surgeries were laparoscopic, but then after I started having complications, I had to get an open exploratory surgery, and that started like the process of opening me up right here. So I'm very thankful for my team and just the process. It could have been a lot worse if I didn't have competent doctors. And since I don't shower bagless, um I keep my bags on unless I'm changing it. I do like to give my ostomy and the skin around my ostomy some air time. Because it's your intestines. It's supposed to be like a reddish pink. Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. Yes, make sure you guys are continuing to like. I don't mind chatting with you guys and talking and answering questions, but I like for my like and my like ratio and my viewership to be around the same numbers. If not, I do wrap up because that proves that you guys are not really engaging with me. And so that means I probably should go and do something else. So listen to my mod, keep hitting the likes. It's nearly 75 of you guys in here. We're not even at 50% of the likes. So that says more about you guys than me. I see the likes coming through. I see them coming through. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, we're just gonna let this air out. It's kind of long today. If anybody has been on my lives before, it changes sizes when it wants to. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing. I will have a video go up this week. I had a lot. I had over 3 hours of footage that I had to like edit through. So it's been a long and tedious process. It's gonna be a longer video. It doesn't go back in my body because it's surgically placed. So they kind of pull the intestine through and they fold it back on itself and then they suture the ends. So it can kind of do its thing because it does have muscles, but it's not going to ever really retract all the way in. Not with this type of ostomy, anyways. A loop ileostomy will sometimes retract. I've had that issue. But this one is a little bit harder. If something happens like that, I know for a fact I need to go to the hospital. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I appreciate you. Of course. I need to I'm trying to get back to like going live a lot more like I was doing at the beginning. It just got really tough with school and like everything that I was doing. And now it's just I have work and internships, and my hands are in a lot of baskets. I'm letting some things go, but there's still just the time. How is my diet? What are some foods I stay away from? It just depends on the day. Generally, I won't do high fiber things unless I'm at home, because those will just make me like cramp up regardless. So like nuts and like just things that are really fibrous. Um, but other than that, it kind of depends on the day. I think I'm having some like intolerances when it comes to dairy and gluten and things, but nothing like set in stone. I literally wake up and it depends on how I feel after I eat something, and that'll just determine how I eat for the rest of the day. There are some things that I generally would just try to do gluten free, like noodles. Depending some types of bread, I can't do all gluten free bread. Some types of bread, I won't mind it. Um, Typically like pasta. My pasta is usually always gluten free. How long have I had that for? Had what? Had Crohn's disease or had my ostomy? I think we're about to put my bag on because we're mostly dry, we're mostly good. I had a lot of irritation a few days ago. I didn't go live when I changed it because I need to do a quick change, and I had a lot of irritation. Guys, make sure you're continuing to like, and if you've already liked, share the live and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel because I do go live usually at least once a week. I'm trying to get back up to 2. My schedule is not allowing it. Plus, I go live in my bathroom, and I have siblings, and a mom, and a dad, and people have to like take showers and stuff. So it is a lot sometimes. Crohn's disease, I was diagnosed in May of 2020. But I was definitely having symptoms for disease in September of 2019. I know for a fact, but it's possible that I was having it before it. Just so much stuff has happened, like medical wise, that I do not remember all the details. I would literally have to go back and look at like my doctor's records and stuff. Which really honestly won't even take me all the way back then because I was seeing another doctor. All right, I think we're gonna put the bag on. Typically, sometimes I'll use like a skin barrier wipe. It just honestly depends on if I remember to bring one with me. And I didn't feel like getting it. Honestly, I was so lazy today, and I just grabbed what I readily had available from a supply box that I just got. I got my first ostomy in January of 2020. I've had this ostomy since May of last year when I got my permanent ostomy surgery slash my Barbie butt surgery after my J pouch failed. No, the surgeries hurt, yes. Right now, does this hurt? No. All right, we're gonna take this out. I think we're good because honestly, I haven't really had that much of an appetite, so I haven't really been eating a whole lot. So I really don't have to worry about this pooping out on me or anything. Ah, makes sense. Yep, and this is my favorite bag. I've used one other brand. I didn't like it that much. When I switched over to this brand of bag, it definitely helped me embrace my ostomy a lot more because I didn't feel like my bag was ugly. And they do have like transparent versions of this bag if you're ever in a process where you need to monitor your poop or how your stoma looks a little bit more. And they even have a black, but the black is a one-piece bag, which just means it doesn't, if you were around at the beginning of this live, it just means that it doesn't have the piece that can disconnect. Personally, I need that because With the disconnect piece, it allows you to burp the bag if you need to, and I'm very gassy, so sometimes I do need to burp my bag. So best believe once they release the 2-piece in black, I will have it. I will have a mixture of both. No, I didn't speak about my symptoms, but if I'm being completely honest, I'm not going to speak about my symptoms tonight because I don't like the way my legs look. Sorry, it's nothing against you personally, but I don't like the way my legs look, so we're gonna be wrapping up a little bit early tonight. I do talk about my symptoms in my other lives if you want to go watch those replays, and I have videos up on my page about my symptoms, so the resources is out there. I just don't be talking about it tonight. My first ostomy was in 2022 in January. It doesn't go in, so it's always out. Yeah, it was a great question. I don't mind answering the question, but just not tonight. We will be wrapping up shortly after I finish cleaning up all this stuff. I don't personally, I like the idea of being able to just change. I'm answering the question that Valerie had about I do a 1-piece bag, why the 2-piece? So again, because I am gassy, I like being able to burp my bag and not always having to go to the bathroom and dump it. When you burp it, you're essentially just unclipping it and letting some of the air out. But then also, if I don't always need to change this barrier, but for me, my bag starts to look a little bit worn because I do wear it out a lot. Sometimes I just want to change the pouch and I don't want to take off my barrier because I really don't need to. And having a 2-piece bag that clicks and not the sticky one, because again, that's a little finicky too. Having the 2-piece bag that clicks allows me to do that. So just versatility. Bought this person. Already told y'all at the beginning of this that I was not in the best mood, and then you come in here being weird. One day I'll make a video restocking this bag, but if I'm being honest with you guys, I haven't properly restocked it in months. But this is like my go-to supply bag. I think eventually I may have to get a bigger one because it does get annoying, like just having to be so meticulous with packing this. But I do like it. It's convenient. Yes, Natalie, my ostomy is permanent. I already changed it. Sorry, Sophia. Any last minute questions? Bringing up the giveaway again. If you guys want to win some free stuff, free hotel stay, free buoy drops, the buoy hydration drops, free skincare. It's actually from Osea. If you've seen the brand, it's Osea. Really fancy. It's really nice. So some of their products are being given away, and sports game tickets, and one of my chronically the illest t-shirts. If you guys have seen the videos that I make with the purple shirt and it has intestines and a colostomy bag on the front, I'm giving away either one or two of those. So if you guys want to win any of that stuff, the link to that video is linked in the description of this, and all you have to do is just listen to it, follow directions, and you'll be eligible to win some stuff. The brand of the black bag is Coloplast. It's the same brand as this one. That's Coloplast. No, I wasn't born with my ostomy. You can't be born with an ostomy. I'm gonna tie this bag up. It's also so hot. It's so hot, I'm actually getting a little bit lightheaded. So I think I'm just tired. But my bag needed to come off because I don't want to have to deal with the possibility of it leaking because it was peeling way too much at the top. Which I've also, like, it happens more in the summer because you're sweating, obviously. Things are just not going to stick as good in the summertime as it does in the winter. But then also with just, when I'm doing a lot of things where I'm having to leave out the house, change my clothes, the constant friction of possibly if I'm wearing a bigger shirt, pulling my shirt up, pulling it down to like dump, just all impacts the wear time of your bag. So that is not fun. But yeah, new video coming out this week. New, the giveaway will close. I didn't tell you guys when it closed. It will close tomorrow. My Barbie butt anniversary is this week. So if you have any questions about the process of me getting my butthole sewn up, definitely go look on my community tab, leave questions there, and I'll probably answer them. More than likely, they will get answered in a video. I asked the people over on my Instagram too, and they've left some really good questions. Yeah, it also leaks when you have loose stools. Especially with me too, if I have loose stools and I'm laying on my back a lot, the poop would tend to like leak in between the bags and I'll get irritated on my skin. It's a hot mess. I don't enjoy it. But yeah, a lot of that stuff, again, for me, just tends to happen more in the summertime. The impact of dehydration is more drastic in the summertime. You're hot, you're sweating, you're probably moving around more. If you can tell, I do not like the summertime. So yeah, that is all for me tonight. If you guys have any other questions, again, community tab, you can leave them or leave them in the comments of any of my videos. I typically answer the questions. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated. It's hot. Listening to your bodies and taking care of yourselves. You're doing the best that you can. You're going to continue doing it. I'm always around if you need any support. Sometimes I can be a little bit slow depending on how busy I am, but I'm typically always around. Make sure you answer the question that my mod just left. And I'll see you guys in my next live. It probably won't be this week because I am going to a show this weekend. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be tired. But probably in about a week, I'll see you guys again. I'll try to see you guys again before that if I can. But if not, there'll probably be like clips and like stuff going up from the, what is my webpage? Do you mean my Instagram? There'll be clips and things going up from the show. So if you guys follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you will see that stuff. Shorts is just a little bit more aggravating in my opinion to post on. There's a lot of different, too many rules. But yeah, if you guys follow me over there, you will see content. I have an infusion vlog that will be posted tonight, so you guys will see me getting my infusion in that chaotic process. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys later. Make sure you're subscribed so that you'll know when I'm going live next. If you hit subscribe and you turn on the notification bell, then you guys will be notified when I go live. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Those are kind of like my 3 platforms. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.